I'm only 25 years old. I need to call my mom still. I can't.
However, no disagreement over money should have led to a 42-year-old mother, being shot and dying surrounded by strangers in front of a gas station. His entire life, he's been committing crimes wherever he's been. He has 17 felony convictions dating back to the 70s over 3 states.
And you are Mr. Morrison?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. According to the plea bargain agreement, there are no applications. And of course, you're not eligible. The punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 30 years. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court found you guilty. Are both parties ready to proceed? State?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? State?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report? State?
None from the state.
Defense?
No, ma'am.
Defense, do you have any witnesses?
I do not.
All right, state, any witnesses?
We do, Judge. We have 2 witnesses.
All right, if you could call your first witness, please.
First witness we call, Judge, is Gwen Nelson.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. You need to keep your voice up so that the court reporter can hear. And I tell you what, let's do this. State, if you can switch with her so she can be closer to the court reporter.
Sure.
If you state your name for the record.
Gwendolyn Nelson.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge. Ms. Nelson, can you tell the judge what your relationship is to Ann Black?
She was my sister. She was my older sister. Baby of the family. She came through for me so many times in life. She was truly like a big sister. She was like everybody's best friend. I remember one time when I was about 9 months pregnant and I was taking care of my brother who's handicapped, and he got sick. He'd thrown up everywhere. And Ann just happened to call me at that moment. What are you doing? I said, I'm just in tears. And she said, don't do anything. I'm coming over there. She drove 15 minutes, was over there in no time, cleaned up the whole mess for me. And that was just one time that she came through. After my brother was injured in his accident, he has a traumatic brain injury. He got very, very sick. My mom had to take him, this is after my father had passed away, my mom had to take him to Dallas. They stayed in Dallas for 2 months and just dropped everything. She went with my mom and she took care of Coleman and she took care of my mom because my mom was older and ailing too and couldn't do things on her own. Ann was that person to everybody. When you thought you were on your own and you didn't know what you were going to do, Ann popped up every time. Every time. Don't know how she knew, but she was always there for you, 100%. That's what she was to everybody she met. And then most people, if you talk to her, they would say, Ann was my best friend. Because Ann was everyone's best friend. Because that's what she was to people. She was a saving grace. When you didn't know what you were going to do, Ann showed up.
And Gwen, can you just, for the judge's clarification, you're Ann's younger sister. Can you tell the judge how many siblings Ann had?
Ann had 6 siblings total.
And where was she in terms of the order?
So Ann was 3rd or 4th. Her and Courtney are identical twins. So, and I believe Courtney came out first. So Ann was 4th.
And Courtney, Ann's twin, is here today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also the brother who you mentioned is also here in the courtroom,
Yes.
correct? Can you tell the judge from the siblings' perspective how this has affected you guys not having Ann anymore?
It's hard. It's hard. My mom since passed away. I think the news of what happened to Ann definitely escalated that. We have my brother still to take care of. She has grandkids that she's not going to get to see to grow up. She has kids that she's never going to see that they turned out really great. And see them as grow as mothers. You know what I mean? See them as, we're going to miss her. Taking care of my brother's a full-time job, and I'm going to miss her help and her guidance and that.
Excuse me. We're on the record, so no talking in the box. Yes.
Ms. Nelson, is there anything else you want the judge to know before she sentences Gregory Morrison for the murder of Ann?
I kind of put it in my letter, but I want to touch on the fact that Ann and I went to church one time. She was saved that day. She accepted Jesus Christ as Savior. The pastor asked us all to stay afterwards and to pray. Before I knew it, everybody in that church had a hand on Ann. Everybody did. And it was just overwhelming. It took over everything. And when we were done, we all talked about how we felt that light coming from it, and had a light. And that's the way a lot of people described her. She had a light coming from her. And so if you were with her long enough, you felt that light, you know, and she made sure you were always taken care of. She made sure that your feelings were taken care of. She was always the first one to respond and make sure that your heart was good. Your soul was good.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Defense.
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
All right, thank
And
you.
I'm so sorry for your sister.
Thank you.
All right, call your next witness.
Judge, we would call Kristen Nelson and Black's daughter.
Could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. Just make sure you keep your voice up so that the court reporter can hear.
Yes,
Could you state your name for the record?
Kirsten Nelson.
All right, state.
Kirsten, can you tell the judge who you are to Ann Black?
She was my mom. Great mom.
Can you tell me, were you Ann's only daughter?
No, it was me and my little sister. She practically dedicated her lives to us. She was a great mom. She did everything with us, and she was a mom to everybody. Though she had everybody's kids always.
Can you tell the judge a little bit about how, what Ann was like as a mom to you growing up?
My mom did everything. She was a great mom. There was never a day we sat around the house. It was me, my sister, and my cousins always. In the summer, it was the river every day, or going to a park, or going out of town, taking random trips. She always made sure we were happy. That was her number one thing, was to make sure her kids and everybody else's kids were happy. She was a great mom.
And before she passed away, you had kids, correct?
Yes, I have 3 kids, so she has 3 grandchildren. She did not get to meet her granddaughter because she was taken from us, but she loved her grandbabies. Whether she was here or not, she made it every day almost. She made it a point to even video call to see her grandson. She loved her grandbabies very much.
And can you tell the judge how difficult it was to explain to at least your older children what had happened?
It's hard. I don't think they still understand. I know my oldest daughter does not understand. My son doesn't understand yet, but it's very hard I can't even call my mom. I didn't get to call her when I gave birth to my last baby because she was taken from us.
Is there anything else that you want to tell the judge before she sentences Gregory Morrison about your mom?
She was just a great person. There's nothing that will ever justify her being taken away from us the way she was. I know you know that. Life has been very hard without her. You know, I can't call my mom. I'm only 25 years old. I need to call my mom still, and I can't. I hope that takes into aspect.
We'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
I don't have any questions, and I'm so sorry.
All right, is that your last witness, state?
It is, Judge.
All right, Mr. Morrison, you can come back over. All right, the court will hear argument, state. The punishment is, according to the agreement, to be assessed at a cap of 30 years. What are you requesting, state?
Judge, we're requesting 30 years, Judge. Mr. Morrison has, I believe you have the criminal history. He has been committing crimes in 3 states dating back to the 70s. Essentially, his entire life, he's been committing crimes wherever he's been. He has 17 felony convictions dating back to the 70s over 3 states, covering offenses from drug offenses to assault to weapon charges. And all of this culminated with an escalation to the case that's before the court today. I think at this point, Judge, he's been a criminal his whole life, and it has escalated to now a family who is going to have to go on without someone in their life who they cared about deeply. I know that you've read the PSI, and I expect that in the police reports it said that that this may have been a disagreement over money. However, no disagreement over money should have led to a 42-year-old mother being shot and dying, surrounded by strangers in front of a gas station, as the person who did it runs away, jumps in a car, and drives away from the scene. And she lays there dying in front of a gas station by herself. This is a case where we believe that Mr. Morrison is a danger to society. If he's willing to kill someone over money, it's just a continuation of all of the criminal history he's had his entire life, and we believe he should get all 30 years. We asked for those 30 years on behalf of Ann Black's family because that's what he deserves for what he did. We think that any remorse shown in the PSI is just remorse now that he's facing the consequences. At the time, he left Ann Black sitting there on the pavement, like I mentioned, and fled the scene. And now a family is sentenced to a life sentence without someone in their family who they cared about very much. We'd ask that you sentence him to 30 years in prison for the murder.
Defense.
If I may first, Your Honor. On my behalf and on behalf of Mr. Morrison, we really truly feel bad, very badly for your family. I hope and pray that you can get better and go on and just keep those wonderful memories that you have of your mom and your sister and make uplifted. Judge, in my 33 years as an attorney, or 33 plus years as an attorney, it's probably the first time I've come into a case where my hands are handcuffed. They're handcuffed in a sense in that I have a man here who's had criminal cases charged against him practically all of his life since he was probably 17 years of age. So my hands are handcuffed in that. What can I argue to the court that will make sense? I find two things that I can argue. One, he's been using drugs all of his life. That's no excuse. That's the reason. We're not here to make excuses, John. The reason is he's been using drugs all his life and he hasn't been himself. He never got a chance to grow up and be the man that he should have been because of the consuming of drugs. And we're talking about methamphetamine, we're talking about cocaine, marijuana, et cetera, et cetera. So that's pretty bad. The bigger argument that I have, though, is if Mr. Morrison is 20 years old and he gets 30 years, assuming that he would parole out in 15, excuse me, I'm not feeling well today.
Oh, no, there's something in the air in this courtroom. Everybody's been
I
coughing.
think I'm allergic to my wife, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I haven't gotten confirmation on that yet. We'll be married 50 years in March.
All right.
Judge, if Mr. Morrison was 20 years old and he got 30 years and he did all 30 years, he would come home at age 50. At his age, at age of 64, if he gets out at 15 years, which is a minimum, he'll be 79 years old. Basically, he's getting a life term, Your Honor, where pretty much in this jurisdiction here, the only time people get life pretty much is when it's a capital murder case. It's life without parole or execution, as Her Honor knows. All we're asking for is to give him a chance to come home late in his life. And we're asking for 20 years, Your Honor. I know that's asking a lot. I understand, and I understand the family's feelings, and I really, truly in the bottom of my heart, feel sorry for them. I can't imagine losing my mom like that. In fact, I'll give you a very, very short story. My dad's cutting the grass one day. A man that knew my dad would say hi to him all the time, would stop by, and my dad's mowing the grass. He goes into the house. My mom's looking out the window to see if he's okay, and the man is in the house robbing the house. Took all her jewelry and everything. Mom kept her composure. She walked to the garage and hid. The man could have killed her. And I put myself in these people's positions like, wow, what could have I felt? But that's another story. And I know it would have been hard to live with. I just see Mr. Morrison. I've gotten to know him. Now that he's not on drugs, Judge, he's a very fine man, if I can say that. And I'm not saying that tongue in cheek because he's sober. He is the man that he should have been all his life. Very polite, very nice, very accommodating, very everything. And we appreciate each other. We like each other. I don't like what he did, and he knows that. But I see another side of him. And unfortunately, the other side of him, if he continues to stay drug-free, he'll spend the majority part of the rest of his life in the penitentiary. And so I don't prolong this, Judge. We're asking for 20 years so he does not get a life sentence. That's where we're at. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Morrison, is there anything you wish to say?
Well, I'd like to offer my condolences to everyone that was affected by this. You know, I know it was a horrible thing, and if I could go back and undo it, I would undo it. There was a lot of drugs and alcohol involved, and I mean, it was just an epitome of what's not legal. And I'm sorry. I'm real sorry.
And what do you think is a fair sentence for you?
Well, at my age, I think 20 years is going to take me up there to where I'll walk out on a cane or a set of crutches.
All right. All right, the court is finding you guilty. The court will give you credit for any time served. The court will sentence you to 28 years in the prison. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Not with regards to sentencing, Judge. We do have the commitment.
Punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's a $1,500 fine, no application for deferred adjudication, and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
All right. After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We would waive PSI and ask the court to follow the state's recommendation in this case, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Gutierrez,
Yes, ma'am.
how old are you?
37, 38.
Wait, are you 37 or 38?
38.
Are you confused about it? Why would you think you were 37?
I don't know. It's just answered too quick. I'm sorry.
All right. What month were you born?
September
What day?
27.
Okay. Usually sometimes people get a little confused when their birthday just passed or something.
No.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
11, 7, and 1.
Where do they reside?
Here in San Antonio, ma'am.
Do they stay with you or someone else?
With their mothers, and I get one of them on the weekends.
Who do you get on the weekend?
My middle son.
The 7-year-old?
Yes, ma'am.
And why the 7-year-old and not the 11-year-old?
Different moms.
Okay. So the mother of the 7-year-old, that's a different mother?
Yes, ma'am.
The mother of the 1-year-old, is that the same mother?
No, ma'am.
So there's 3 mothers.
3. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any drug issues?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your drug?
Heroin.
How often have you been doing heroin?
I started when I was about 16, 17.
How often are you doing it?
Every day.
When's the last time you used before you were taken in custody?
The day of custody. The day I was taken in.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So gang affiliation?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Oregon.
Okay. Active?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any employment?
I do cabinets, ma'am. Custom cabinets.
And if you were released, where would you be staying?
My mom's house, 8218.
Oh, you don't need to give me the address,
Yes, ma'am.
but who lives at your mom's house other than your mother?
Mother and father.
Are they gang members?
Oh, man.
All right. How old are they?
They're going on 60.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing, Mr. Gutierrez,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'm going to just be 100%. Well, I'm always 100% honest. I figure we're all adults here,
Yes, ma'am.
and I tell people what I see.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then if I'm seeing it incorrectly, people always have the floor to tell me, well, Judge, I think you're seeing it wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
I understand that you have a heroin problem. I
Yes.
understand that you use heroin daily.
Yes, ma'am.
But let me just tell you where I think your problem is going to run into.
Mhm.
You're active.
Mhm.
I always have field visits. So somebody's going to come visit your mother and father's house. and I'm gonna have you on GPS, so you're gonna have to be at your mother's and father's house.
Yes, ma'am.
And your mother and father are of an age where they don't need drama and chaos visited upon their doorstep.
Yes, ma'am.
And because of your active participations and different participation in different organizations, drama can come to their doorstep. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. But like
So,
you said, I could tell you that you're wrong on that part because no one goes to my mom and dad's house. If that happens, they don't allow that. That's
well, I
that's
mean,
a big-
here's the thing.
big-
I understand the rules and that
Yeah.
people say they don't allow that,
yeah,
but things can happen.
I understand that.
And I know when things happen, people say, well, because you did that, this is going to happen,
Yes, ma'am.
maybe to you or somebody else.
Yeah.
But when you are involved in dangerous activities, at some point in time, somebody who's just the innocent bystander or whatever ends up getting injured.
Yes, ma'am.
I was just telling him, the people, have you ever watched a Lifetime movie?
Yeah.
And every Lifetime movie, you know what ends up happening? The person's friends or
Mhm.
those who surround them always end up getting killed or injured when they have those, those themes of Lifetime movies.
Yes, ma'am.
And so
You're
that
right.
could happen with your parents.
Yes, ma'am.
You obviously need help.
Mhm.
The only place I'll be able to send you to is safety. Because I mean, you have a heroin addiction.
Mhm.
And sending you to safety. And I want you to, look internally. Like, I know you want probation. I know you want to get out, but you need to look in yourself internally.
Mhm.
Like, if you go to safety, that's where I'll be sending you, get treatment, get out. Are the people you're around and whatever you're doing, is that going to result in you having contact with heroin and you end up back on heroin again? Because people will tell you, I believe, if I were to hang out at a barbershop every day, just reading newspaper, talking sports with people, because I love sports, at some point, I'm going to end up getting a haircut because somebody's going to say, hey, let us just trim off the ends or let us just do this. And the first couple of times I may say no, but then since I'm there and things are going on, I'll probably be like, yeah, let's do this.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't want services to be just given. And then really it's just, I'm doing time and my time is I'm on probation for 2 years. So I don't know if you just want to do time or if you want to try probation, because you're going to be on GPS
Mhm.
and you're going to have to stay at your parents' house. And I'm not going to let you leave your parents' house. Is that where you're going to be staying?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, I mean, I think you should discuss it with your attorney.
Okay.
All right. And if you want to discuss with the state, but those are my concerns.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think, Mr. Gutierrez, everybody will tell you, I look at everybody who comes in this courtroom as a human being. Some people went left when they should have went right.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody could be in your situation because of, I don't know, maybe their life, maybe the choices that they made, the choices that they feel they had no choice but to make.
Yes, ma'am.
So I look at everybody as a human being, but you need to make sure that you're honest with yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And what I can tell you, if I place you on probation, you are going to be on GPS.
Okay.
You are going to be going to safety because you have a heroin addiction.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'll let you discuss that with your attorney.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It will not see, but it's 180 days.
Okay.
Doesn't reflect that on that.
All right. We're going to go back on the record in 2023 CR 0221. And Mr. Harkowitz, did you have a chance to speak with Mr. Gutierrez?
I did, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Gutierrez, it's the court's understanding that now you are withdrawing your application for probation. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you had a chance to talk sufficiently with your attorney about what you would like to do in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you need any more time to speak with him?
No, ma'am. That's fine.
All right. So I'm going to show you the plea bargain page. All right. And according to the new plea bargain agreement you've reached, you agreed to 180 days at the state jail facility
Yes, ma'am.
with a $1,500 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
And is that what you wish to do?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. As previously stated, I'm sorry, and you're still pleading no contest.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, as previously stated, the court is finding there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 180 days in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There is a $1,500 fine. Time and money will run concurrently. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing, the state will be giving him a credit for all the time he's
Yes.
already served.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Gutierrez, I'm sure your mom and your dad love you. And I'm sure there are some times where you've made choices in your life and it seems like you can't undo those choices. I don't know if that's the case for you, but what I do know, if you don't change your lifestyle, you know,
Yes, ma'am.
things may not turn out well for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Either it's the heroin or whatever activities you have, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And whatever you do not bring drama and chaos to your parents' doorstep. All right, because they're at the age where they would like to, one, know that their children are safe and happy. That's what all parents want. And two, they want to enjoy their golden years.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so don't be the cause of them not enjoying that, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
And thank you so much for your honesty today.
yes, ma'am. No problem. Thank you for caring so much.
All
Thank
right.
you, Judge.
thank you.
A court hearing took place for a defendant facing a theft charge. The judge ensured the defendant understood his legal rights, including the right to a trial and to remain silent. The defendant initially considered a probation agreement, but the judge raised thoughtful concerns about his personal circumstances and home environment. She spoke to him respectfully, emphasizing the importance of making honest choices and avoiding influences that could lead to future legal issues. She also expressed genuine concern for the well-being of his older parents, who might be affected by his associations. After a private discussion with his attorney, the defendant decided to withdraw his probation request. A new agreement was reached for a brief period of confinement. The judge concluded the hearing with sincere words of encouragement, urging him to make positive changes and to protect his parents from unnecessary hardship in their later years. The matter was resolved,